Hello everyone, bienvenidos a todos ustedes. As you can see, we're going to be doing a sketchbook session, so if you would like to, you can follow along and sketch beside me, or you can just listen to the audio as if it was a podcast or something. I do want to let you guys know that my throat is not feeling the best, so I'm probably going to be talking very low, and if you can't hear me, turn up the volume. Sorry if you can't really understand what I'm saying, just because my throat hurts right now, but I felt that this video needed to get uploaded, so here it is. This is my favorite fountain pen, the Lamy Safari that we'll be using, and also this white brush pen. I've really been enjoying it so far, as well as the Derwent drawing pencils. I will be using a few colors from the set, but mainly the white one. The purpose for the sketchbook session was to practice lighting, ink drawing, and also just stylization, because I still want to continue to practice stylization. It's very important to me as someone who is going to be doing character animation. Because this is a quick sketchbook session, I am trying to stay within 2 to 5 minutes for each sketch. And I'm trying to get down the line work as quick as possible, and also just quickly putting in like where the light would be hitting the polar bear. And another thing is I didn't really like the way I did the hatch marks on this, so for the other ones I just decided not to do any hatch marks. I don't know, I just felt that the nib from the fountain pen was a bit too wide. I tried to give you guys a real time of me sketching, but I do take a lot of pauses between grabbing each art supply and also just thinking about where I'm going to put my lines. And that is why I have to cut a bunch of those little tiny parts that are just me like grabbing a different tool, and I edit those parts out so the video isn't too long. Otherwise, we'll probably show you like the whole 30 minutes of just me sketching. And now I'm gonna leave you guys with a bit of music. I hope you guys enjoyed that bit of music there. I do want to let you guys know what to look for in the future from this channel, and that is more sketchbook sessions, more sketch with me videos, and more sketch studies, just because that is what I have time for now that I am starting up school again. And you guys will also be seeing some vlogs here on this channel. I'm gonna try my best to stick with my schedule of uploading 4 videos a month, so 3 videos of just me either making a little illustration, painting, or you're gonna see these sketchbook sessions. I also want to say thank you to all of you guys that have recently subscribed, and all of you guys that are already subscribed and have continued to watch my videos. Thank you so much. And all of you new viewers here, if you guys are new, please do subscribe. Really does help a lot as an artist, as I do want to do this as a full-time thing. Gracias a todos ustedes, los que se suscriban y también miran mis videos. Por los que son nuevos aquí, muchas gracias por mirar mi video. Y por los que hablan español, muchas gracias por todavía estar aquí. siguiéndome aquí en este canal y mirando mis videos. El propósito de este video se hizo para que ustedes pudieran bocetear junto a mi lado, o también pueden pintar o ilustrar algo, no sé, lo que sea, pero el propósito es que tengan un tiempo para que ustedes puedan ser creativos. Si a ustedes les gustarían y les gusta que yo hable más español en mis videos, yo puedo hacer eso. Nomás que me dejen un comentario ahí abajo que les gustaría que yo hable más español en mis videos. Por estos videos que yo he puesto aquí en YouTube, casi a veces en cuando hablo español, pero por la mayoría no hablo porque muchos son de aquí, de los Estados Unidos, y ellos hablan puro inglés. Es por eso que yo no saco mis videos en todo español, o nomás puedo agregar ahí un poco de español en mis videos, pero por la mayoría yo hablo inglés. Pero si gustan, yo también puedo hablar más español en mis videos, si eso es lo que ustedes quieren. Yo lo puedo hacer. También tengo los subtitles ahí. This sketch right here is one of my favorites from the sketchbook session. I really love the stylization in the polar bear, and also like the way that it's characterized. You can really see how the character is interacting with like the snow and the way that it's positioned. Here's this other one that I also liked. Especially that face, because of the eyes. I really simplified it to just these little dots, and I also really love that look of just like little cute animals with just little dotted eyes. I don't know why, I think it's just super cute. Sort of reminds me of like Christopher Robin, like the kangaroo, the little kangaroo. I don't know what the name is of the kangaroo, but I just remember that from when I was a child, that the eyes were just little circles. And I'm definitely going to be exploring more of that style. I've really been enjoying working with the sketchbook because it already has a tone laid down for me. And all I have to work with is the line art, the shadow, and then the highlights. And that is what the purpose of these sketchbooks are made for, is so that you don't have to put in so much detail into your sketches, because it already has a tone laid down for you that you can just work off of. And it's really great for studying, so that's what I've been using it for. I'm going to be doing more charcoal drawings in this sketchbook, so I can keep studying lighting and shadows. I already do know the basics of like light and shadow and rim lighting and all those things, but I do want to keep practicing so I don't lose the experience that I've already gained. I do want to remind you guys that this is not a lighting study, and this is just me trying to get something down onto paper, finding time to sketch and be creative. I do want to remind you guys that this is not a study of lighting, and instead this is just me trying to get something down onto paper and finding time to sketch. The tone paper acts as a local color, and me putting down a bit of highlight gives me a sense of in the direction of where the lighting is coming from, and makes the sketch look more three-dimensional, and it makes it look more lively. So that is why I am using this tone paper. It's for that reason. I also really just like the look of it as well. After a while of using the fountain pen, I sort of got bored, and my sketches started to turn out a bit wonky. In the next page, which I don't show you guys in this video, but you guys do get to see it towards the end of the video a bit. But there's that. I got bored of the fountain pen, so I decided to just use their Derwent drawing pencils. And this is what that whole page ended up looking like with those sketches that you guys just saw. And then here I am filling up this whole, well, not filling it up, but using the whole page to just do one big sketch. And I just tried to stylize the polar bear. That was sort of the main goal, just stylization for this one. Nothing else really. when I'm not in the mood to sketch or illustrate anything or paint, things don't end up turning out right. They end up turning a little bit funny looking. But when I am in the mood, things end up turning out like the way I want them to. And sometimes it helps to switch to a different medium when I'm not feeling like sketching or illustrating that day. Ya tiene como una semana que estoy dibujando con estos lápices, entonces creo que para el otro video voy a estar dibujando con unos lápices pastel. This whole week I've been sketching with these Derwent drawing pencils and also the fountain pen. And I've been kind of getting bored of using these mediums, so I think I'm gonna sketch with some pastel pencils next week and just stick with pastel pencils that whole week, as well as add in probably some color pencils. But that is my plan. Or I might just do color pencils. I'm not sure what my sketching medium for next week will be. But I've done a lot of watercolor sketching the last month, so I do want to switch up my materials in my mediums that I use for sketching and illustrating. That way I can get good at using all of them and not just one specific medium. I'm the type of artist that likes to use all sorts of different mediums in my art. For the past year, I've just been using watercolors and some color pencil, not a lot, but some. And I want to sort of move away from that and start to use different mediums and use the other art supplies that I have yet to touch, because I have a few that are new and I have yet to try them out. So I want to be able to use those art supplies and also just get good at using all the art supplies that I do have available, such as alcohol markers. At this point of the sketch, I used the white for the lightest parts of the polar bear, which is where the sun or the lighting would be coming from. And then I didn't do much of shadows in this sketch. I kind of just overlapped a few colors to indicate that there is shadows there on the polar bear. And then I did do a bit more details on this sketch just because it's much bigger. I've been recently using this white brush pen, and so far I really love it because of how transparent it is and how much layering you could do with it. If you want a more pure white of a highlight, you can do that with this too. Before this brush pen, I was using the Uniball Signo brand in white, and I would use that one for highlights. But sometimes I would want some transparency, and I would have to smudge it a little bit. But when I did that, then it would pick up some of the pigment of whatever was underneath it and make it look muddy with my highlights. So with this one, what I love about it, it's sort of like a paint pen, but it's very transparent. That's what the texture is like a paint pen. And I love that it's transparent because that means I can do highlights like around the eyes that aren't so pure white. But when I do need a pure white highlight or anything like that, I just can layer it and it won't go very bulky, or it won't get crumbly. I know a lot of artists like to have multiples of pens or brush pens that can achieve like different opacities and opaqueness, but for me, I prefer a brush pen like this one that can achieve a transparency and also a opaqueness, such as the one that this one is giving me. So I'm gonna stick with this brush pen probably forever and never go back to another white ball pen again or another brush pen. What I love about this sketch is the style. I was so happy with the way that it turned out, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you when I see you. Te veo cuando te veo.